A court in the United States has invalidated the suspension of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals Program, or DACA, which shields young people from deportation. A federal judge in New York City has now ruled that the acting Secretary of Homeland Security in the United States, Chad Wolf, lacked authority to suspend the DACA program. The ruling said that Wolf assumed his position unlawfully. U.S. District Judge Nicholas Garfos said, and I'm quoting, DHS failed to follow the order of succession as it was lawfully designated. Therefore, the actions taken by purported acting secretaries who were not properly in their roles according to a lawful order of succession were taken without legal authority, quote unquote. This is the latest court ruling against the Donald Trump administration's attempts to undo the Obama-era program. U.S. President Obama in 2012 had signed an executive order setting the program in motion. The program currently protects about 640,000 young immigrants, also known as Dreamers, who were brought to America illegally as children. It allows them to study and work in America without fear of deportation. This protection lasts for a 2-year period and is renewable. The DACA program, however, does not allow for the immigrants to get U.S. citizenship. According to official figures, as of March 31st, 2020, there are currently 2,250 active DACA recipients from India. But many believe that the actual figures could be much higher, including those pending renewal of their DACA status. President Donald Trump has often called the program an illegal executive amnesty for immigrants. He had also made the termination of this program one of the center points of his re-election campaign. In June, the U.S. Supreme Court blocked the Trump administration's attempt to cancel DACA, but just a month after the Supreme Court judgment, Chad Wolf issued a memorandum in July effectively suspending DACA, pending review by the Department of Homeland Security. This latest ruling is now a massive blow to the outgoing Trump administration. President-elect Joe Biden's victory has come as a sigh of relief for the Dreamers. Remember, Biden was the vice president when President Barack Obama began that program in 2012 and has said that he will fully reinstate DACA, ensuring that all Dreamers are eligible for federal student aid. Joining us live on the broadcast from New Delhi is Ambassador Arun Singh, India's former ambassador to the United States. Good evening, Ambassador. Thanks very much for joining us. If you can walk us through the immediate implications of this court ruling and more specifically the respite that it could provide to Indian migrants.
For Indian migrants, of course, the numbers are much smaller than in the case of the others, because this program was a hit intended more at migrants coming in illegally from Latin America. Although a certain number of illegal migrants from India did use the Mexico-US border to cross into the US. Now, for Indian migrants, the greater concern is the H-1B visa program, the family visa program, on which also the Trump administration has put some restrictions. But there are a certain number of illegal, undocumented Indian migrants. In the message that President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris had put out for the Indian American community and people of India on 15th August this year, there was a reference to about 500,000 Indians who are in the US who are there as illegal migrants. Therefore, in many of those cases, their children could be impacted by restrictive measures related to children of parents who are illegal migrants. So I think this program would certainly, and the step that the court has taken, would certainly come as a relief to people in that category. President Trump was driven by two motivations. One, his attempt has been to undo much of what President Obama had done in his tenure. And second, to appeal to his base. He wanted to project that he was very hardline on migrants and therefore and on immigration. And he took a series of steps, at one stage banning people coming in from certain countries, then undoing the DACA program and other measures to restrict immigration. So I think for India, for people of Indian origin, certainly a relief to a certain number of people, but this is not really the main category of visa under which people from India aspire some relief in the United States.
Right, Ambassador, this is the latest court ruling against the Trump administration's attempts to undo the Obama-era program, which also tells us a lot about the way the administration was functioning. The acting Secretary of Homeland Security, as per the court, lacked the authority to suspend the DACA program and saying that he assumed his position unlawfully.
I think it's a telling commentary on the way the Trump administration has functioned. You know, there have been a lot of criticism of decisions being whimsical, not probably worked through vetted interagency processes, large turnover in high levels in the administration. In fact, just recently, after the elections of November 3, President Trump fired his defense secretary. Which is something very unusual when he has just another 2 months left before he has to hand over power, because this introduces another element of uncertainty in national security issues related to the U.S. But not just there. Across the board in the administration, many have pointed out that he really incapacitated or decapitated senior levels of administration. There's been talk of how the State Department in the US has been not properly staffed and is not able to function. And in a large number of senior positions, because of the rapid turnover, he did not go through the required Senate vetting, Senate confirmation process, and people have been appointed in acting capacities. And when you are there in an acting capacity, you do not quite have the same powers as somebody who is confirmed through a Senate process. So I think this has been a challenge that has now been thrown by the federal court. And many other decisions of the Trump administration could subsequently be challenged for the same reason.
All right, Ambassador Arun Singh, thanks very much for sharing those perspectives and your time.